Qute Kaye.
Hey.
So welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm so privileged to have you. You having a story that is here to, inspire the young generation, because I believe that it's through what we go through that people get inspired more on. So we're here to just listen to the story. Our viewers on Magma Treasures, you're all welcome. And here we are with Qute Kaye. I'm not going to introduce him. I want him to introduce himself. You are welcome.
Thank you. I am honored to be here. Hi, everyone who is watching. Thank you so much for being there and for watching. And, well, every time I go to speak, recently, I always pray. I did pray today before I came here.
Yeah.
I tell God, well, help me that somebody gets something out of it. Let it do something to somebody out there.
Yes.
Let it not be for nothing totally. So I pray that it's you who picks something that changes your life or makes it better or improves it, Yes.
I'm sure even myself, I'm going to learn a lot of things. Like I have gone learning since we started chatting. So Qute Kaye, when did you come into the music industry?
Music industry. Going back, I began singing. I sang my first song when I was in P3. Performed. That was Remember Me. Yeah, Remember Me by Lucky Dube. I performed that at the speech day at the school I was studying, and it was amazing. They gave me a lot of money. My mother had to bring a basket. Wow. So that I can start putting. That was the first time around 4 cents. So she brought a basket. They put money, more money for me. That was the first time I performed. Otherwise, if you're asking how long I've been singing forever. I've loved to sing. I love it, so I just keep singing. I've been learning. When I hear a beautiful song, I must learn that song and how to sing like they are singing it.
Yeah.
Yes, rap, raga, reggae, it doesn't matter.
Live band.
Yes.
And I think you love reggae music.
Definitely, of course. Reggae music is beautiful music.
That's nice.
Yes, reggae music is beautiful. So yes, I've been singing forever, but in 2007, in February on the 22nd, that's when I released my first hit single, Qute Kaye.
Oh.
Yes, 2007.
The heat is so bad. Oh
yes.
My God.
Yeah.
I remember that time when I was in second year and people could talk about Qute Kaye and all of us, the blood could stop moving, You're like, that's Qute Kaye, and you hear his song, and you used to do some presentation in the schools sometimes.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, it would be lovely. Okay, so 2007 you released your first music.
Yeah, my first single.
Oh, so you were hitting hit on hit, and then after
I stopped.
Yeah.
Backstory. What happened?
Yes.
Well, it's impossible to explain your life.
Yeah.
Life is something so big. So it's a lot of things, not just one thing or two things. It's just so many things. Maybe if I have a specific question.
Yeah.
There's this, that. Otherwise, if you leave it general for me, I just get stuck.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, now where do I begin? But with the fame and prestige, the money, it comes with a lot of responsibility too.
Yeah.
So I think that happens very much here in Africa. To me, it happened. I don't know about other people. That life got quite overwhelming. It overwhelmed me. It was quite a lot now because it came with responsibilities, many responsibilities, and then still I had to do other things for that to keep going on as well. And now I had so many people around me, everybody with an opinion, everybody, they know what I should be doing. By the way, now you should be doing this. This one is saying you should be doing this. This one is saying you should be doing this. And this is happening. Well, it was a lot of things. Yeah. Yes, so I didn't intentionally step back.
Okay.
But life is amazing. It does that for you. If you cannot see it, if you're lucky enough, it does it for you. Yes, it pushes you a little back. It says, hey, relax a little bit. You need time to breathe. You're going to die. Stay alive. It's okay. So through many different things, life just pushed me back. I relaxed a little bit. Well, here we are.
Okay. So now the main story, I would say that we are interested. We're not like going to beat around the bush.
Yeah.
You disappeared and we read news. Qute Kaye is sick. Qute Kaye has AIDS. Qute Kaye did some drugs and all that. We want to know the real truth.
Well, drugs I did. Believe me, I did. Yeah, if you have the internet, I could use my phone and just put my name. I remember when I was in rehabilitation for recovery, when I submitted myself in there, and they gave me a detox injection. So I was in and out of consciousness for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
When they took me in there, because I think I had a lot of drugs in the body.
Yeah.
So I was in and out of consciousness. Now on that point, Qute Kaye. So after I get fine, now I know I'm in rehabilitation. I've been there for 2 weeks. Of course, I was so happy. Oh my God, I've been sober for 2 damn weeks. I've not touched anything. So now I can be sober. Unbelievable. I get somebody's phone and then I put my name. I Google my name, Qute Kaye. You don't want to know. Oh my good Lord. I looked at all the stories, me sitting down with the car light, me in the ghetto with the bong smoking, me this, everybody had something, and now everybody was talking about me, everybody was saying something. It was so terrible. Oh my God, I sank, immediately I sank. I said, what the heaven, what am I going to do? This is me. I can't even become somebody else. What am I going to do about this? What's going to happen? How will I get out? I think I'm going to stay in rehab forever. I'll never get out.
So the story scared you?
They had to scare me.
Of course.
They had to scare you. Believe me, if you were me, they would have scared the heaven out of you too.
I mean, the fans also, we were like, where is Qute Kaye? What happened?
Yes, and now,
you know, as fans, we quickly judge. Oh, he took the drugs.
Yes, you know who told him to take the drugs. Why not ignore the drugs? Or others, they say, well, me, I take drugs, but look at me.
Yeah,
I am fine,
okay.
but I take them. He's just stupid. But well, after I read a few stories, I think I got depressed again in the rehab for like a few days. But then I sent for books. I love to read.
Oh, that's
Believe me, I read a lot. So I started sending for books, different books. I told my uncle, get me this book, get me that book. There's some other book I was already reading at some time, in and out drugs, but still reading a little bit anyway. So somebody says that, he says in the book that a setback is a setup for a comeback. And when I read that, it just surpassed all the other thoughts, the depression and everything. And then I started to concentrate. I said, well, if it's a setup for a comeback now, what's next? What's going to be a comeback, if anything? Yes.
Well, we want to know exactly. You were taking the drugs, as usual.
Not as usual.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I mean, what I mean as usual is there was a time you were not addicted yet.
Yeah.
So when
you can
was
say
that point that you felt like? When were you taken? How were you taken for rehab? Who took you there?
Well, like I said, I took myself.
Oh, you did take yourself?
I was tired.
How beautiful.
These drugs, they can mess up with you. You get tired. I got tired.
And you took yourself?
Yes, I got so tired. You know, I could cry while smoking. But I would be crying because, you know, I'll speak for myself for now, but when I was addicted, before I got the next round to smoke, while I was smoking the one I have, I was using crack cocaine and heroin. I know, that's A-class drugs for you. But while I was using and smoking, immediately I was worried to death about the next batch, where I'm going to get the next smoke. How am I going to get the next one? Well, the moment I get this one, I begin worrying about the next one. And now, after I smoke this one, rather than chill and relax and I here enjoy the high like people lie, because it wasn't that way in my case, I start to regret every wrong thing I've done, because when you're addicted, you make a lot of bad mistakes, bad choices. Because then I didn't know. Now I know.
Yeah.
Addiction is a sickness, one of the worst there are. It's a disease that is introduced into your body by a substance, any substance. It can be alcohol,
Somebody called
cigarettes.
it a demon.
Yes, but you know, a demon cannot be treated. Maybe it can be cast out.
Yeah.
So it would not be very good to tell somebody who is addicted out there that they have a demon.
Yeah.
They lose their hope. It's a disease.
Okay.
I mean, look at me, I am fine. It's a disease. It doesn't cure though, but you can have it in check. Once you get addicted, you live with it for the rest of your life. If I made a mistake right now today and probably got a cigarette, or I got a stick of weed, or I got a bag of heroin or crack, a stone of crack, I make that mistake and I say, well, just once.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good again. And now I need either rehabilitation again, or if I can do it by myself now, then maybe I do that. So the disease is always there waiting. Yeah, but you can have it in check after your body gets detoxed and they flush out everything from your system, from your blood, from your brain. Because when you smoke whatever it is you smoke, how they call it addiction, how I understand addiction now, is when you smoke or when you abuse whatever you abuse. Actually, they used to say that we abuse drugs, and I tell people, the drugs abuse the heaven out of you. You don't abuse nothing from them. They abuse you. They abuse you until you don't understand even. So, when you use once, twice, thrice, A-class drugs, you're addicted. You're addicted. Now, you need it in order to survive.
Yeah.
It becomes a prerequisite for your survival. You need it in order to be well. There is what they call cold turkeys.
What's that?
Or withdrawal symptoms.
Oh, the symptoms.
Now, when you do not get at the time you're supposed to get to use, you get symptoms. The body will react like it's withdrawing from something. You get shivers, you get fever. It's so cold, but you're sweating. You vomit. You have stomach upsets. You diarrhea. Your nose runs. Your eyes run. You shake. You get weak. You cannot move the hand, a muscle, or anything. So anybody who is addicted would do anything not to go through that.
Yes.
You make sure you combat the withdrawals before they happen.
Oh, and that means you need to get the drug
as early as you can. It's up to you. So you find that when you're addicted, you lose yourself. There is no you anymore. You're a slave to this thing inside you now. It demands. It demands. Let me tell you back a little story. Back a bit.
Yeah.
How I got addicted. Well, I tell people, they ask me that, they say, well, alcohol is fine, or weed is fine, or, well, you used A-class drugs. Those drugs are very high, but I never began with that. When I began to sing, actually, I never used to even drink, because my families, we are born again. I have pastors, apostles, reverends. My grandfather is a pastor too, he has a church. So we grew up in church. So drinking, not my thing. I wouldn't even dare. Now, one time, I started with beer.
Yeah.
I drink a beer. Actually, I remember 2008, I think. Club, they voted me as the ambassador for their beer. And I would get 2 crates of beer in every bar I would step every day, anywhere. I'm entitled to 2 crates of beer, anywhere. So do you know what we would do? Wake up very early in the morning, pack like 4 crates of empties in the car, go to the first bar, hi guys, what's up, 2. They give me 2, put in the boot, go to the other one, 2, put in the boot. I can come back at that place tomorrow.
Yeah,
still do the same thing.
Every time you step there.
It's fine. So get that now, begin to drink with the guys. We would drink, beer would always be in the car. You know, you just get a bottle, drink. I remember you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do, you get the half that stayed. You finish with that one and then you ask for one in the fridge. Anyway, when I drank beer, eventually I graduated, because the people, the fans that I started to attract
were that
drinkers too. And some drinkers realize that smoking goes well with drinking. So they say you will enjoy this drinking more. Believe me, if you had a cigarette, I don't like smoking. By the way, somehow, somewhere, I smoked the cigarette. Again. I remember the first time I smoked weed, it was passive. In my car, we were going to Namugongo. I had a birthday party, somebody's party to perform. So we sit in the car, but the guys I'm with, they already smoke weed. I knew it, but I never used to smoke. I never used to be interested. So this day, when we are leaving my home, we open the gate. They say, we didn't smoke at all. We need to smoke some. So can we wait? Can we wait a bit? We smoke. I said, guys, we are late already. We cannot wait. We need to move. Well, now what do? We need to smoke. Fine, you can smoke in the car. So I start to drive and they light. They start to smoke in the car. While we are getting out, people know me. They know my car. So they see the car. And now weed is smelling from the car. I can see people see some call me hi, but then you see them, with that skeptical look because something is not right, I'm like, guys, let's put the windows up anyway. We put the windows up. By the time we go to Namugongo, I was high. I didn't know. So I'm so hungry, yes, without smoking. I feel so hungry. I asked the birthday people, isn't food ready yet? No, not food yet. But you should be able to get ready to sing. I'm like, no, I cannot sing right now. I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. We'll wait a little bit. We wait like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I start laughing hilariously. I'm laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I can't stop laughing. Well, these guys, they tell me, ufunyemu kati, ufunyemu mwichi. Bikubye, wedorozo muka gotunywa gugali de moto kagulagawa. Nawe kati bikubye. Gamba, I'm hungry to get information okulia. When I sit in the car, I try to drive. I cannot see really well. I cannot drive. I don't trust myself. I feel differently totally now.
Your body is being controlled by something.
We walk. We left the car there. We walked to Chireka from Namgongo with the guys. You cannot believe we bought Katogo from a lady who sells it on the sidewalk near the railway. We bought some, she put it in a kavera, couldn't sit. We started walking back, eating. People are looking at us. Of course, they know me, and I don't care because I'm dying. I need something to go in the tummy. Anyway, that was my first time. After that, somehow I began to smoke as well, weed. Smoking weed. After a little while, I meet some people. That is way later, by the way.
Which year was that?
When I started I think it was 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 15. I think it was 15.
So how did you feel when you smoked the weed inside? How does it feel to a person?
Honestly, it felt totally different. Uncomfortable, if I should say.
Uncomfortable?
Differently uncomfortable. Because if not uncomfortable, why would I park my car and walk and buy food from a sidewalk? I could go into a restaurant and buy food. I could have sat down and told somebody, hey, drive fast, get food. Or you drive, let me sit here, let's go. But because I had smoked, I was just doing things. I was just responding to what's inside. And what was inside was hunger. So I was not thinking about anything else or anybody else.
But your hunger.
Hunger.
You could not do.
What do I do about the hunger?
My stomach was just...
I was hungry. It was empty, like I had not eaten in my life before. I was just born and now I need to eat for the first time.
How was the mind? What were you thinking?
That's what I'm saying. Well, the mind was hijacked, I guess.
Hijacked.
Yeah. I don't think I was reasoning anymore. If I was reasoning, why would I walk? Why would I do everything I did? That was insane. So I was not thinking. Not anymore. The mind was just hijacked. Actually, there is a part of our brain, it's called the cortex, where we make decisions as human beings. That defines us from animals, from our animal brothers. That's where we know I should shower, I need to look good, I should eat, I need to feed the kids, they need to go to school, I'll do this with my wife, say this. It makes us people. Now, addiction hijacks that part of your brain. It hijacks it so you don't reason no more.
You don't reason.
Yes, it takes away that part that makes you a human being. So someone who is addicted is like an animal.
Yeah.
Yes, because that part that differentiates us from the animals is hijacked. It's non-functional now.
So you start
Crack cocaine.
you start crack cocaine.
The first day, we were going for a show in Mukono. So we're passing by, they say, let's pass by this place, we need to do something. Okay, we go over there. When we reach there, they say, well, okay, just a few minutes. They go in. I wait. Ultimately, they come out, but they took long. Guys, why did you delay that much? Sorry, next time we shan't. We go. The next day, we're going somewhere else. Can we please pass by? Okay, let's pass by. We pass by. This time, they delay very much. When they delay, I go in to check on them. I'm like, guys, you're taking forever. We are late. They are calling me. I find them smoking. They have a file, foil paper. Yeah, that's what you use with heroin. If you don't inject it, some people inject it, but they used to use that. So I go in and they have, foil paper, they're smoking. I'm like, guys, can we go? We are getting late. We are finishing. Come and try, by the way. Don't worry, come and try. Actually, straight on, it was somebody that I loved then that taught me those drugs. Because I remember the first time, the way she gave them to me anyway. So I tried the first time. Next day, still we're going. She wants to pass by. We pass by. This time we're going together. Still she gives to me. I try. I'm not trying because I want to or I don't want to or she's forcing me. Nothing. It's passive. I'm thinking about it passively.
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter,
Like it's just
Who cares? It's just, that smoke and then we run away. And she's doing it. She's all right. I didn't even ask what it is.
Oh.
I didn't even know I was taking crack cocaine, heroin.
Oh.
No, not
So
till much later.
Yeah,
I thought maybe they have done something to weed or shisha or tobacco. I don't know. It should be something. I never asked and nobody bothered to tell me. So the second time, we go back. The third time, I take some. I tell her, but the problem is, I take this, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel high. I don't feel dizzy. I can drive. I can even stand on one leg. Why bother with this? Well, no, this is better. You realize at some point. So that day we go back home. When we go back home and sleep, the next morning, I wake up with what is called withdrawal symptoms, because you get it after the third time.
Okay.
My joints, I'm dying, I'm sick, I'm sweating, I want to vomit, I'm so hungry, I don't want to eat anything, I'm shaking. I've never experienced this disease, this kind, before in my life. I'm like, what's happening?
You didn't get the withdrawal symptoms with the other ones? The first time? No. So this one you got
the first time, second time, third time is when it gets you. If you do it twice and you run away, you've escaped. You do once and you don't touch again, you're good to go. Do the third time, you're hooked.
Does that work with cocaine and all
That's
that?
what it works with, yes. A-class drugs.
All
the A-class.
A-class.
Weed might take a little while. But the reason why I took you back to the beer and the drinking is each one leads to another one. So don't be there thinking, well, I might just smoke this is just weed. Because people say that all the time. Yeah, I've been smoking weed for the last 20 years. I'm fine. It's his stupidity. Why try the other ones? Well, I would advise you not to try any of them because one leads to the other. That's why I try to tell you the beer, to try to, bring it back to crack cocaine and heroin. Because one kept leading to the other. Just like that. And funny enough, it never was about depression. That I was depressed as a person.
Yeah, you just took it because of the surrounding.
Yes. Can call it peer pressure.
Yeah.
The people around me, the friends that the fame and popularity kept bringing to me, because it attracts people to you.
The scene. You were
of
still
course,
singing.
of course, of course I was. Where do I go?
You get the withdrawal symptoms in the morning.
I cannot walk, I cannot do anything. I say I need to go to hospital, and they tell me, no, you just need to go and, remember the other, powder, just a little bit, you'll be all right. Powder, I'm sick, I need powder, I need to go to a doctor. No, let's go and you try. My nose is running, Nekwata ku bisenge, get to the car, I can't even drive. I sit on the driver's side. They drive me up to the place where the dealers. They go, they get me one pack, roll the like a filter for me, get the file. They hold it for me because I'm shaking. I can't even hold it. One sniff, 2 sniffs are more than normal.
Wow.
Everything gone. The stomach pain gone. The sneezing disappears. No tears. I'm strong again. I'm thinking straight. Actually, that day still again I cried because I knew something was not right. I knew that something has happened. I knew something had happened. Yes, but now I didn't know what it was. And funny, I don't know why I never got to try to ask them, but what is this?
But you asked a bit, but they didn't want to open because
Probably.
They want you to...
I don't know.
They want you to take it.
Because I told them, so now this is how it's going to be. Yes, that's how it's going to be. But you just take a little bit, you get fine. Don't you see now you're fine? And now I was late for some, meetings here and there, I had to drop my daughter to school. So after that, now I was late already.
That time?
Of course.
Wow.
You don't want to know. It was terrible. So I had no time to dwell on this now. Now that I was fine, I had to run and get busy. Do what I'm supposed to do, my responsibility. This, that, now this, that. And then later it's about 6:30. I have to go back home, get ready, go to perform somewhere. So when I come back at about 6:30, turkeys are kicking in again. I feel I'm starting to get weak. I'm starting to feel the nose running. Yes. I tell them, please find somebody. Yes. Because I took early in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, evening, it's come back again. I call them, I tell them, please get somebody. Let me, they can bring me a pack or 2. I'm going to send them back with the money because I cannot move from where I am. I need to dress up, get ready to run and go. They bring it, I take it, I feel better, I go do what I'm supposed to do, sleep. Early in the morning, I know what's going to happen if I don't smoke. So I send for it or I keep a pack at night. So early in the morning, I can wake up to do what I need to do, take the kids to school, do this, do that, go get busy. So somehow, I stayed like that, not knowing what to do, but not dwelling on it to do something about it. By the way, because I didn't even know the word addiction. I had heard the word addiction, I'd read about it, but it was foreign to me.
Yeah, it couldn't click in your mind that this is addiction.
I didn't even know there was rehabilitation centers in Uganda. Okay. I didn't. Actually, the one I took myself to, it's one of the guys who was smoking with who told me about it. I said, are you sure there is a place that can help me? Yes, there is a place. When they do this, it becomes this. When they do this, it becomes this. Are you serious? Yes, you can get off of it and then you don't need to use it anymore. Have you been there?
This?
Some guy who was an addict too, he's using.
And he was okay that time? Or
he went to rehab, got better, relapsed. So we meet in the ghetto. Me now, I'm smoking. He relapsed. He says, I was there, I got better, but because of many reasons I relapsed. I say, well, so he tells me where. I tell him, let's go. He says, I don't have money. I say, well, let's go. Will you pay for me? Yeah, I will. Take me.
Which year was that?
I think 2000
17.
Should be 16.
I feel like out of the story, you still had at the back of your mind that what you're doing was wrong.
Yeah. You know it.
You should be grateful for that.
All of them know.
They know?
We all know, yes. When you're addicted, you're not insane. You're addicted.
So
you know,
this is
but you do not have the power to do something about it. You need help. They say you cannot see the picture when you're in the frame. You need somebody else to see and say, well, he needs help.
So you go with him?
We go, I knock at the rehab, at the gate. Askari comes, hi, help you? Yes, please. Can we talk to the director or someone in charge of this place? Who are you? We need to talk to them. Okay, he goes back, I think, to the office, tells them, good enough, we phone them around, says, let them in. Walk to the lady, and the lady already knew this guy because he was in that rehab before. And she didn't know me yet. So I introduced myself because,
Could they tell that you were Qute Kaye?
Not yet. I say I'm Qute Kaye, and I am sick. I need your help. They told me, he said, you can do something about my addiction. If you can do it, please help me. And she's like, oh yeah, it's you. Oh my God.
Because we could not tell that time that was Qute Kaye. Come on, you have a name called Qute Kaye. You used to be so cute with the body and all that. So the first time, even me, when I saw you in jam session, I'm like, that's Qute Kaye. Okay. When you hear the voice.
I remember the news one time they wrote that Qute Kaye has become Ugly Kaye.
Yes, exactly. You could look at, you had totally changed. And I think I was with him actually that day. And I was like, did you see Qute Kaye? And then the picture of me being in high school came back. So yeah, that's why the doctor probably didn't recognize
Of course.
it.
But
yeah.
you know, I couldn't recognize myself either.
Yes.
Believe me. Because what I was doing, I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what to do about it.
So most people,
They don't know.
they don't know.
No, they don't. Actually, many, once they know they are sick, you know, in rehab, when you go there, they tell you that the first step to recovery is acceptance.
Yeah.
Once you accept what's up, you've begun.
So we get to the rehab.
Yes.
The lady recognizes you. That
Yeah.
This is Qute Kaye.
Yeah. She tells me, okay, Qute, you know, we pay money here to treat you. You need to pay. How are you going to pay us? Do you have money? I say, well, right now, I don't have money. But if you can take away the turkeys, take away that longing, that thing that makes me need again and again, get me back into my right mind.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I'll get you as much money as you like because, I mean, how much is my life?
Yeah.
I can. It's easy to do, but I'm supposed to first be fine. Because if I'm not, it's useless anyway. Yeah, she tells me, okay, but do you have any number of somebody we can call? I told her I have numbers and everything, but I need help first. So I can do what I need to do. Right now, I lost it. I need your help. So if you can give me that injection, they say detox my body for me. Let me think straight. I will give you all your money. Well, she says, well, if you say so, you say so. Actually, we know you. It will be nice to help you. So they detox both of us. And I told you about that, in and out for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, through that, I would get up but not understand much, blackout like that for 2 weeks.
You were inside the rehab.
Yes, yes. Oh, I stayed in the rehab for over a year. I was supposed to stay there.
Once in a while?
Yeah. But not to get out and go out to a bar for a party or for somebody's wedding. I would get out maybe to go for a dentist appointment or this, you know, like real things that mattered to me. Yes. You know, what happens in rehab, or what happened for me, because, you know, I took myself there is something I wanted for myself.
So you were more focused.
So I gave up on any and everything. I didn't try. I didn't even try to escape. You cannot believe, actually, in that rehab, I was abused, but I didn't leave still. I said, I'm not going to leave. If I leave...
One that comes from rehab said they were abused.
Yes, believe me, it's not nice, but that's the story for another time, I guess. I didn't. I said, well, this is my life on the line. If I leave and I go back outside there, the world is waiting for me, and I don't feel ready. Actually, I was supposed to be released after 7 months. After 7 months, I told them, can you give me 3 more months? I'm still getting ready.
Yourself.
Yes. I told them I need to get ready. I'm not getting out. They said, okay. 3 months it is. I stayed. After 3 months, I asked for another 2 months.
Wow.
I stayed another 5 months, still trying to get ready.
Money?
Money for?
For rehab. They took you all that time without paying?
Come on, of course paying. Without paying.
That's what I'm asking. So
No, I would
what's
pay.
happening?
I would pay. My family would pay.
Your family.
My family would pay.
And they got to know that you're in rehab. They
Yes,
wanted
of course. Some.
yeah.
No, anyway, to be specific, my mother, by the way. Yeah, specifically only that
Mothers
strong
are always
woman.
mothers.
Oh my God, you don't know. About mine, I don't know what to say. So she did. She stuck around. And then now in my right mind, because everybody had given themselves my things. Everybody who could take whatever they could take, they had taken. Actually, even now, I'm just trying to get back my YouTube channel. Otherwise, somebody, I won't say who, but that person took it. N'abeera nga n'agimonetizing nga kati kuliko account ye nga sente yali okufuna buli biva mu byendi okukola. So after I got fine in the head, I started, to gather a few of my things as well, back together, that, call this back, make sure this is happening. I would call my lawyer and the rehab, he comes, we talk about what I need him to do for me. So by the time I'm out, this is ready, that is ready, this is in place, because I realized that if I get out when I'm not going to be busy, I'm dead. I needed to first be sure that there is activity out there for me as a person. Yeah, so my lawyer would come, would do this, talk about this, share with my mother. She says, well, that's all right, that could be nice for you. Yeah, you could begin there. And then I decided that nothing in the past, I don't want anything in my past. Nothing. I'm done. I want to create new things. I want to move from here. And then I said a very important thing for me. I said, well, everybody, I know people who smoke. Why me, Qute Kaye? Why is it that it's me who happen to do like this? The humiliation, everything. Why me? How bad am I? And I was not a very bad person either, even before. I used to be kind to people. I used to share with people. I used to give school fees to some people. I used to live with many people, feed them every day. Why me? That's not fair. That's what I used to say at first. And then I said, I was listening to Les Brown. He said, people say, why me, why me? He says, why not you? And I said, okay, fine. Then why not me? Okay. So there must be a reason why I went through all of this. Now I need that reason.
And you thinking about this, where were you still in the rehab?
Rehab.
So you set your focus in
rehab. I did it in rehab. Everything that I was supposed to do out here. I've not done many things, but everything I'm doing I set up in rehab.
You set it up.
I've not yet done many though, because I set up if I showed you the journal I wrote in there, you wouldn't believe it. That's all I kept doing every day, getting ready to get out. But I knew, yes, I had to be strong for myself and for my mother, for my children. Yes, they deserve. I figured they deserve.
Yeah.
I should be better. My son, one time, he was studying at Green Hill. He told me, oh, Dad, I want to change the school. Why would you do that? Everything is being paid for. No, kids are making fun of me. What are they making fun of you? They have pictures of you sitting down with a car light. Tell me your dad is a thief. I'm tired. I can't even concentrate in class. Everybody looks at me. Do you know how I felt? Oh God. I felt so much pain, I didn't know what to say.
I can imagine.
So I said, well, all of this couldn't have happened for no reason. So I started to read. I remember the first book I began with reading immediately was Tough Time Never Lasts, but Tough People Do by Robert Schuller. So I started to read that book about his story, about the hurricane and their home, their farm, everything, and then his father rebuilding, life, and about the fact that there is something that is called positivity. Actually, that's when I learned about emotions, that we humans are controlled by emotions. Emotions, they produce feelings. And feelings, they produce action, actually.
Yeah.
You act according to how you feel. You make me angry, I slap you. You make me happy, I can give you a hug. But first I have to get that emotion. You know?
Yeah.
So I learned about the emotions. I remember in rehab, if you ask somebody who was there with me, all the walls in my room, I filled them with papers, with quotes from different books and the Bible. so that I could sleep to it and wake up to it. Because, you know, addiction is a brain disease.
Yes.
You have
work on your brain.
on the brain. That's where it is. So when you're addicted, you have bad habits, bad thinking habits. You want what you want when you want it.
Yeah.
Because that's what your boss says.
Yeah.
That addiction.
Yeah.
You don't think about anything else but that. So already that's a very bad habit. You're very impatient. You get angry very fast. You have judgment. You have cynicism. You're very critical of other people immediately.
Yeah.
You know, because you're always regretting what you could have done, what you should have done, what you didn't do. I would see people releasing music when I was in rehab first, and I was like, wow, I should be doing that. Look at that one. He can't even sing his song. His people are listening and dancing to it. I sing. What's wrong with me? What's happening? So I started to study first the 7 positive emotions and the 7 negative emotions. Anger, hate, you know, criticism, cynicism, regret. Well, I don't remember them all now, but you know, I know you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then the positive ones. And he says the positive ones, it's like a car. If you hang on to the positive ones, your life starts to take a certain direction, because that's all you're thinking about. We attract what we think about more.
Yes.
Simply we become who the Bible says that as a man thinks,
So he is.
so is he. So what's important, I believe now I learned that the most important job I had to do, you have to do in your life, is work on how you think. Once you work on how because God couldn't come from heaven and give everybody what they want, but he loves us all equally, but he gave us all that one thing to use, our brain. Your brain creates your life for you. Actually, when I go to schools to speak to students, I go back into my life before and I show them how I became an artist. When I was growing up, like I told you before, I used to love singing very much. So I had posters of almost all the good artists in the house. You couldn't see a wall at home. Everybody knew that. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael Bolton, Boyz II Men, Luther Vandross, Aretha Franklin. Anybody who would sing well, I had them, and I could sing their music too. Any celebrity who was big, Schwarzenegger too, of course. Anybody who was big somewhere.
Could be on your wall.
It was. So, I didn't intend it, but because I always had those people around me, my mind kept thinking only about that. That's all I could think about. I remember my mother, they told me I studied electrical engineering. Yeah, I never practiced even one day.
You graduated in that?
Yes.
Wow.
But guess what? She told me one condition: if you stay in school, I will allow you to sing.
To sing.
Do your thing too. But in school. So I said, well, I'll stay in school, no problem.
Because you wanted to sing.
That was the catch. Do what you want while you do what we want for you.
Yeah.
You know? So